today in Jacksonville, Florida. We're right on the exit of 295 South here, so we should have a bunch of traffic here today. And as you guys can see, I would be usually standing on the sidewalk, but you can see this GIS here says that we have about until the bushes of space of public property. So that's where we're going to stand here today, so stick around, this should be a good one. Again, looks like it must be bring your kid into the dispensary day. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I can see the passenger in the car that could have stayed with the kid the entire time, so there's not that excuse. I guess I was wrong. I guess there was no passenger in that car. Hopefully those are happy beeps.
From the very beginning, the auditor makes it clear that he knows exactly where public property ends and private property begins, shutting down the usual trespassing accusations before they even start. As traffic rolls through, tension slowly builds, and it doesn't take long before employees inside begin noticing the camera. Then comes the predictable moment every viewer saw coming. The nervous 911 call demanding police because someone is recording on the sidewalk. Even more unbelievable, the caller tries to claim HIPAA laws somehow apply to a person standing in public with a camera. Right away, you can already tell the situation is about to spiral into another lesson on constitutional rights, public spaces, and people confusing discomfort with criminal activity.
Doing the 911 call stroll now. Oh boy.
I know, but still, like,
911, what's the address of your emergency?
There's this guy at my work recording on the sidewalk. I was wondering if you guys could like come arrest him or something.
The exchange instantly turns into one of those classic moments where confidence collapses under a simple question. The auditor calmly asks her to explain what HIPAA actually stands for, and suddenly the energy changes completely. Instead of explaining the law she was so certain about seconds earlier, she backs away from the conversation entirely. That moment perfectly captures how often people throw legal terms around without understanding them. What really stands out here is the contrast in behavior. One side emotional and demanding, the other side calm, informed, and standing firm on public rights. In less than a minute, the entire argument falls apart on its own.
Okay, and where do you work, ma'am?
At the Sanctuary Dispensary in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, we're sending police officers now. Just make sure you go and explain to him about the HIPAA laws on the sidewalk and why it's illegal.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome back. well, there they go. Oh boy.
Hello, how are you?
What's going on?
Hey, so you can't film. This is a medical facility. It's a private property. We have medical patients coming in and out of our building, so it is illegal for you to film them.
It's illegal
It
for me
is.
to film?
Because these are patients, and it's against a HIPAA violation.
It's against a HIPAA violation?
It is. If any of their information gets leaked.
How about this? I'll make you a deal. If you can tell me what HIPAA stands for, I'll leave right.
Instead of escalating things, Officer Meadows approaches respectfully, identifies himself, and shows that he already understands the auditor's rights. No threats, no intimidation, and no fake laws being invented on the spot. The conversation becomes a perfect example of how law enforcement interactions should look when both sides remain civil. The officer acknowledges the First Amendment, explains that complaints may continue coming in, and even hands over his card number without hesitation. That level of professionalism completely defuses the situation within minutes. The auditor even admits that if more officers handled calls this way, there would probably be far fewer audits happening across the country. This entire segment proves that respect and constitutional awareness can end situations peacefully without unnecessary drama.
Right now. If you can tell me what HIPAA stands for.
I'm asking you.
How about what the letters are? I'll leave you,
You
can tell
have
me
a
what the
great
letters
day.
Oh,
You
okay.
have a great day.
All right.
I don't need to explain anything to you. I
Huh?
asked you nicely.
No, you didn't.
Just-
No, you didn't. You just told me I need to leave. You didn't ask anything nice.
I said that you need to leave. I'm saying it in a
Right.
nice
What did you
way.
ask nicely?
I said you need to leave in a
Right.
nice
And no,
way.
I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good one, huh? As soon as any common sense comes out, that's when she needs to leave. That's her cue to exit. I don't know if he has changed his mind. It looks like he might have. Just had this truck pull on up, a ferrovial company.
Multiple people pull up excited, asking if he's one of those auditor dudes from the internet, and suddenly the interaction becomes surprisingly friendly. One supporter even talks about wanting to start his own YouTube channel but admits how nervous people become around cameras today. That conversation actually highlights a bigger issue most people ignore. Society has become so uncomfortable with being recorded in public that even ordinary content creators hesitate before turning on a camera. The contrast between supportive viewers and earlier angry reactions creates a huge divide in how different people understand public filming rights. What started as tension slowly turns into a casual meet and greet right there in the parking lot.
I don't know exactly what a ferrovial company is. They made a quick stop and are now back on the highway, so that's kind of weird. Oh boy. You got the sheriff pulling up. Oh, she's hustling out here to get to him. Probably over there explaining to her that unfortunately we have rights to sit here and speak and practice what religion we want and redress our government as we see fit. Unfortunately, we have those rights. Bet dollars to donuts that that's the words that are coming out of his mouth right now. I bet you that this guy feels way safer and way more comfortable now that there's a cop car parked next to him. It's probably way more.
A woman approaches asking the auditor to stop recording her, even though she voluntarily walked directly toward the camera to start the confrontation herself. The auditor responds with sarcasm, comparing it to walking into running water and then complaining about getting wet. Harsh or not, the point lands immediately. The woman clearly believes being recorded without consent is automatically illegal, but in public spaces, that simply is not how the law works. Instead of having a real conversation, she quickly labels the auditor one of those people before walking away frustrated. What makes this moment interesting is how common this misunderstanding has become. Many people confuse personal discomfort with legal authority, and this exchange shows how quickly emotions can override logic once a camera enters the situation.
We're at ease now. I will be honest with you there. Oh, and they're done. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh boy.
Brother, Officer Meadows, ID 81890.
Sweet.
I just explained them about the civil situation of it, or so,
Sweet.
what you're most likely doing as far as, I'm assuming, sort of First Amendment auditing, correct?
There you go.
So, the business is aware. I'm sure customers may come and call. Hopefully nothing additional comes of it, right? But I'm aware. I don't know if you want to give your name or not, or if
My first name's Johnny.
Johnny. All right. Good to meet you, Johnny.
Nice to meet you, man.
Hopefully, hopefully you get whatever you need, and
Absolutely.
Nothing.
Hey, I appreciate you being professional, man, and being cool about it. You know, it's not very often that I get to deal with that, so I like to thank people when I can.
It's your right, like anyone else.
There you go, man. The same right that gives you
that I agree or don't agree doesn't matter to this.
Doesn't matter.
Right?
Exactly.
So,
I couldn't agree more with you, my friend.
yep.
I appreciate it. And you want to? Could you get the CAD number for me? Is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Thank you very much. Well, all right. Very professional from Mr. Meadows there. I gotta say.
That single difference changes the entire tone of the interaction. Once the auditor explains that he tests public reactions to constitutional rights, the conversation becomes respectful and even productive. The real estate agent admits he wants to create online content himself but understands how nervous people become around cameras. That honesty adds a layer of realism many viewers can probably relate to. Not everyone reacts with anger. Some people are simply curious. This section stands out because it shows how communication can completely change outcomes. Instead of confrontation, both sides exchange perspectives like normal adults, proving these situations do not always need to explode into arguments or police calls.
If every cop acted like they did out here in Florida, this is the sheriff's officer too, the sheriff county, then we would have a lot less people doing what I do. There wouldn't be a need for it.
Yeah, sorry, my handwriting's a little,
No, that's
little
okay.
scratchy
Mine's
there.
bad.
You said
too.
it's
Don't
Johnny,
worry about
correct?
it. Yes, sir.
All right, hey, stay safe. I know you know the potential clientele and what you're doing out here.
Absolutely,
but
my friend.
Try to avoid aggressive situations.
There you go, man. I hope you do the same, all right?
Appreciate it.
Take it easy, Mr. Meadows. Have a good one. And thank you for being cool, bro. Like I said, if there were more of him, there would be less of me. That's for sure. Well, all right, there he goes.
A passerby yells out asking, "What are you doing?" And the auditor immediately points out the obvious. The camera already answers that question. It's a small moment, but it highlights how many people react before even thinking about what they actually want to ask. The auditor pushes back with sarcasm, encouraging the person to ask why instead of pretending they cannot clearly see what's happening. That tiny distinction turns into a lesson about communication itself. Sometimes curiosity comes across as confrontation simply because of how people phrase things. Even though this interaction is brief, it reinforces a pattern seen throughout the video. Confusion, suspicion, and discomfort often appear long before any actual conversation begins.
Are you one of them auditor dudes from the internet?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, bro. I'll be watching y'all on the internet.
Hell yeah, man. Go and look me up. First Amendment Protection Agency.
I watch y'all. I'm subscribed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Hey, we
See
love to
you.
meet the fans out here. Yes, sir, man.
Like, that gotta be one of them dudes.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Keep doing your thing,
I
bro.
appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Take it easy, man. Have a good one. So after the police left at this location, it really died down out here as far as traffic. But I wanted to show you this next place and how these crazy Karens acted. In Sarasota, Florida. Yes, sir.
Dude, I watch your shit on YouTube.
You do?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Give them the people's bicep before you leave, my brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, man. Take it easy. Looked like she was about to give Karen Cam back for a second. She had me fooled.
The auditor explains what First Amendment auditing is, why he records in public, and how many people react aggressively the second a camera appears. Once the explanation clicks, the entire mood changes from suspicion to curiosity. They joke around, ask about the YouTube channel, and even start recognizing how ridiculous earlier reactions were. One woman who had been furious moments before suddenly calms down after others around her stop feeding the panic. What makes this section valuable is that it demonstrates how fast tension disappears once people slow down and communicate. Rather than creating conflict, the interaction turns into a surprisingly human moment filled with laughs and mutual understanding.